So you want to know how to generate more referred business into your company. Here's a strategy that I've used dozens of times in various companies, B2B, B2C. It works really well. You might have to adapt it for your own business, but I'll give you the structure and you can work on something that works specifically for you. And the idea is that before a customer's even bought from us, we position that we're going to ask for a referral. And this is a really great strategy because it does two things. One is it's much easier to say, I'm going to ask for a referral. It's more comfortable for you, particularly if you're a business owner that's not used to sales or from a sales environment. It does another thing though, in the way that we present it, and I'll come on to that in a minute, it increases the chances of that customer buying from you in the first place. It's a great conversion tool. And the other thing it does is it obliges you as the salesperson or business owner to ask for the referral later because you've committed to do it. If you find it uncomfortable and you need a bit of accountability, this is a great strategy for you. And it goes something a little like this. During your sales process, and usually before the client has said go ahead, but probably when they're almost over the line, and this has helped you give them a little nudge, is we say to the client, Mr. Prospect, I get lots of my business from referred business, from happy clients just like you when I've done a great job. They refer me on to 2-3 other people. Would it be okay, only when I've done a great job and only when you're delighted with the results I've brought you, would it be okay to ask you for 2 or 3 people that you might be able to introduce me to that would also benefit from a conversation with me? Now, the great thing about this is you haven't asked them to do anything. You've just asked them to commit to doing something. And they're getting into the habit of making commitments to you and saying yes to you. 99% of prospects will say yes at this point because it's so low risk. Now, fast forward, they've come on board as a client. You've done a great job for them, assuming you can do a great job, but I hope you can. At that point, when they're really happy, service is delivered, they've paid your invoice, they're ready to write you a 5-star review, separate strategy there, we'll come on to that in another video. We ask them, do you remember when we first met? Or do you remember the sales meeting when you give us the go ahead? You refer them back to the point where you position the referral. Do you remember that I said to you, that I'd like you to introduce me to 2 or 3 people that you might also benefit from conversation with me about the service I provide once we've done a great job for you? They will say yes, they will remember that. And your question is, fantastic, who springs to mind? Now, I'm not asking them, have you thought of anyone? Or do you know anyone? Because those are closed questions. I'm asking them who springs to mind, because they will have given this some thought during this process. This will have been, they've known that this question will have been coming. They might not be conscious of it. Now, they might not be able to think of someone straight away. Often they can, and you can sit there and cajole this out of them. And then you follow this up with, okay, how well do you know them? What's the best way for you to introduce me? Is it somebody you could call now? And then we can ask them to pick up the phone and pass you the phone and say, look, I've got this guy and he thinks he can help you. He's done a great job for me. Have a word with him. And then, of course, you want to make sure that you're prepared with your script. So that's it. In a nutshell, we position the referral before we've done business. We do business, do a great job for the client. And then after that, we remind them that we were going to ask them because the expectation's already there. And then they'll give you a couple of referrals. It's a great strategy. It absolutely works. It's got to be done consistently, like all of these strategies. It's not just a pick up and put down kind of strategy. But if you build this into your sales process, it costs nothing. It takes no effort, takes no energy. It just becomes a habit, and it's a great way to generate referred business from people that are passing a referral with a recommendation because you've done such a great job. I hope this works for you. If you're watching this on YouTube, there's some resources in the links below. I've just put a simple tracker sheet that I use. If you've got a CRM, you can track these kind of things in your CRM. If you need any help, give us a shout. You know where I am. Good luck. I'd really love to know how you get on with this strategy and if it's got any wins for you. Best of luck.